Jay Summers Morning Blend. I had the pleasure today of having Christine Davis with me, and she is the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs for St. Louis Community College. And today we're actually going to talk about the Black Male Achievers Academy. Is that what it's called?
That is correct.
Okay. So first of all, where did this idea come from?
Sure. No, thanks for having me on, James. So the idea really came from us taking a look at our student data and taking a look at the success of our students and the gaps that exist currently in our system, not just us, but really nationwide. Community colleges struggle with helping students complete. But when you take a look at African American students overall versus Caucasian students, for example, there's a huge gap that I'm sure you're familiar with, that people talk about this, that exists. And at St. Louis Community College, that such a gap exists. And really what we're trying to do is to put together a program that will support students to completion, and African American students and African American men in particular with this program. We saw in the fall of 2020 a 31% decrease in our Black male students at the college. So comparing fall 2020 to fall of 2019, a 31% decline, which was just alarming. Now, realizing that was, we were in the middle of COVID and all of that, but still the college had been seeing a decrease over time, over the last 5 years or so, in African American men, but that was just really alarming for all of us, our chancellor and all of our leadership team, and that we needed to do something to help support those students to completion.
Now, tell us a little bit about the program itself.
Sure. So the idea of the program, so the inaugural class started this past June. We enrolled 42 young men. The idea of the program is to help them transition from high school to college. There's what we find with a lot of first generation, a lot of students of color, is they come to us, but they're not yet ready for college level courses. So we enroll them in developmental ed, math, for example. Unfortunately, the success rate out of those developmental ed courses is very low. So they enroll in these courses. These courses are intended to help them prepare for, say, college level math, for example. They're just not successful. They need additional support. They need more holistic support and education around what it means to be a college student. And so this summer program, we're starting with the summer. Of course, the goal is to keep them enrolled to whatever goal it is that they have, whether that's to transfer, whether that's to earn a 2-year degree or a certificate. We want to make sure that they stay with us, but we need to prepare them for what that looks like. So this summer, they are getting support. They're getting reading concepts, math concepts. Now, remember, they're coming to us from high school, not prepared to take a college course. So these courses are, the support system is intended to help them bridge that gap, so to speak, so that come fall of 2021, they will be enrolled in all college level coursework and well on their way to finishing. We know that the first semester is really critical, James. For a lot of students, they come out of high school, these first time in college students, they come out of high school and they're not really sure they want to be here, right? So, maybe mom and dad are saying, you got to go to college. So they enroll, they try it out, and unfortunately, a lot of them are not successful. So the idea of the program is to help support them, let them know that they're not alone. We're here with them. We want to help hold their hand to a certain extent. Teach them what it's like to be a college student, teach them about resiliency, teach them about grit, teach them about problem solving, those soft skills that you need in life, that are super applicable to being a college student. And so we want to make sure that we, in addition to the academic component, there are those that other piece that support them while they're in college.
Christine Davis, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking about the program again. The last question I'm going to ask you is, how can our viewers help or be a part of this?
We want to get the word out. We want to get the word out to the community. We want opportunities to tell the story. So, community agencies that are listening, we just want to be able to tell the story because we think it's an amazing program. The parents that we've talked to, the parents of these young people who are in the program, are excited about it. So, help us spread the word that this is a program aimed at supporting these students. And if there were students thinking about going someplace else, I would love for them to consider St. Louis Community College, because we think we've got something to offer. And I mean, getting out of college with a free 2-year degree with no debt, I mean, you just set up for success right away. So help us certainly tell the story of that program.
Sounds like a great story. Christine, thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you.